What's going on? Hope you are all doing awesome. Welcome to Perspective of Uncommon Common Man. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Welcome to Perspective of Uncommon Common Man. Hope you all woke up on the right side of the bed, and if you woke up on the left, hope you still woke up right. So, I I was pondering on something today. I'm working today, and I was pondering, why do we dedicate so much to our jobs, our careers, and less to our passion? Do many of us even know what our passion is? Do many of us even know what we have a passion for? Now, in hindsight, most do, but then there are events, there are moments where you may not. There are definitely times where you may not. It's definitely times where you you just going through the motions. I mean, that term, that phrase, they're not used and said in a type of manner that's not appropriate to what they're trying to say. A lot of people go through the motions. Understandable. You get off work, you're tired. People work from home right now. You still be exhausted when you get off. What if you had a hard time sleeping? You got to still log in. So people still, under the circumstances, have these big, big issues, right? And that is what that is why you see people just get so tired, they get so drained, and they're just unable to really be at their best. Now, I say it to say, why though? Well, how else are we going to bring the money home? How else are we going to feed our family? How else are we going to maintain a lifestyle? We have to work for it. So it's pretty hard to say or distinguish work from pleasure. It's very rarely it's the same thing. So with that dilemma, what must we do? What must we do to ensure that the things we truly love to do, we continue to do? Well, do I have the answer to that? No. How did I find mine? So I sat back one day. And so we'll go a little backstory, quick backstory here. When I got out of the military, I wasn't really sure of exactly what I wanted to do, right? I didn't know I wanted to go to school. I knew I wanted to move my family from San Diego back to Dallas, and those were sure fire. Those that was gonna happen, right? No questions about it. That it was gonna happen. So I didn't know about a job or if I wanted to go to work. I was like, you know what? I could use unemployment and get paid from going to school. And that was it. That was on the game plan coming out. Was school and just getting my family here safely. That was it. That was all that mattered. So that's what I ensured happened. You know. So when I got here, I was going to school, but I was going for business, and you know, I don't think the drive and the focus was there like it should have. I don't think I was exactly as prepared as I thought I was for leaving the Navy and take my whole family from, San Diego and coming back to Dallas and establish myself here. I don't think I was really prepared. So I didn't have an idea of what I wanted, the direction I wanted to go post military. And that's why I just went straight to college and I didn't go straight to the workforce. Now, over time, I had no choice but to go back to work, and school was not going good, and so I'm sitting there, and it started to really affect different things, and then all of a sudden, my marriage was having problems, and I was having financial problems, and it's this vicious cycle, and this is where things really were not say weren't they were not at its best. It just it was a I'm not gonna say a very difficult time. It was a time where God was trying to mold me, And at one point, I questioned it, like, why am I here? Right? Why am I here? And I know a lot of people have been there. Like, you guys said, why am I here? Why am I in this position right here? Do I deserve to be here? Why am I here? And so I think I was working at this warehouse, and it's about 2 years ago. Which once again, this adds to the backstory. This whole channel idea, and I didn't mention it in the intro, and I haven't mentioned it now, but up until now, my idea for this channel started 2 years ago. But it originally started on Facebook and predominantly and primarily on Instagram. And I've been going stronger and consistent on Instagram. I'm just now really have slowed down. But the idea of behind all this and what's to come started 2 years ago. So I'm sitting back at where at this warehouse, and I'm thinking about these ideas of what, like, just different ideas. 'Cause I'm at a place where school is not going right. Family's not as secure as I want them to be. I don't. I mean, I'm working a job at a warehouse, but I'm just not really comfortable. I'm feeling like I should be doing something more. So, um, what ended up happening is I sat in the car one day during a break, and during my break, I was asking myself, man, why am I here? Like, I'm talking to God. I'm like, why am I here? Why am I here? And a thought came in my head, and the thought was embrace it. Embrace it. It's like, what? Embrace it. And so, uh, I took the time to actually really think about that before I left out that car. I was like, embrace it. Like, and I was getting frustrated that day too. And I just thought about that, like, embrace it. Thought came to my mind. And basically at that point, we that's what that started this big mental mindset. Like, this my mentality changed. My mindset shifted completely by the word embrace. And you ask yourself why. My mind, the thought was telling me to embrace being at the warehouse, embrace my current situation. And when the thought came, I didn't know where it was coming from, but it led to me being a little bit more easygoing and a little bit more of allowing some things to just flow and happen naturally. And don't say not to say I haven't still made wrong turns and been frustrated by things and allowed that to take over. But it is saying that I took that thought and transformed my mind completely from that one thought. And the whole embrace the journey, embrace your today and your tomorrow. It came from 2 years ago where I was questioning my own position and had to tell myself to embrace the situation, embrace where I was at, and it totally changed everything that I was feeling, and it changed slowly the things that I had going on at home. At work, it definitely shifted quickly, and quicker than it did at work. Like, quicker at work than it did for me at home, and that mentality is what I carry today. I embrace every situation I'm in. It's not saying I don't want better, of course, and you don't want it to be worse, but you embrace it. You take it in, and it transforms you, and it transformed me basically. The ambiguous you that I'm using, but it transformed me, and so it led to me really finding my passion. My passion is to talk, is to talk to people, to get to know people, to be a voice, and that 2 years ago, just that feeling overall is why I'm here today, why I'm on YouTube today, because this is an expression of my passion, and an expression of my passion to talk, expression of my passion to have that human interaction with people, to have dialect without being immature, to have the ability to try to tell you part of my story and hope they can motivate you to continue to write yours. But that's my passion. And I have three sons, and you try to do the same thing, you try to be disciplinarian, you try to listen to them, and I'm still growing in that role there as being a husband, trying to grow there and just being more empathetic and really more so listening before saying or find a balance between the two. But it all starts with finding your passion, and when you find your passion, it allows room for more joy and happiness because now, first off, embracing your current situation opens the door for new doors because God gonna feel that you finally get where you're at and why. And though you may not understand, you no longer question why. So now I'm gonna give you more doors, and you're not gonna have to ask that question. And that's how I take it. In the midst of that, I found my passion. I like to draw. I just love overall being creative. I love technology. I'm very big on that. And where I am now is because I started to find my passion in what I can really do and what I like to do and what I'm willing to do for free. And so I challenge everyone out there to actually find your passion. Find what really, really puts a smile on your face. If it's working out, do that. If it's drawing, I enjoy drawing, but I need to make time for it. And that's another thing I'm going to get to in a minute. Whatever it may be, if it's cooking, if it's interacting with people, whatever it may be, whatever your passion, go do it and enjoy it and allow it to bring a smile and bring joy within your life. A smile to your face and joy to your life. But you have to also dedicate time. See, your passion starts to become a secondary or even just continue to fall down the line because it doesn't bring in money most of the time. Something you really truly love don't always bring in money. It is a process to make it profitable. A lot of people don't want to go through that. Or you can't afford it. You can't afford the financial ramifications that if it goes wrong. But time is a huge element in your passion. Because once you find your passion, if you don't know it, and if you do know it, then great. Here's the other part about that. The other part about that is okay, how can I make time for it? And that right there is what's difficult. You have to sacrifice something to give your passion time. And it's no other way to explain that. It's no other way to put that. It's that's what it is. And that's when you just have to make time. Make the same amount of time that you give to these jobs. And I know most time when you have a career, it's more than likely it's what you love to do. But let's say it's not. Let's say it's been a good job for such a long time that you made a career. Or you still participating or you still doing the things that you really enjoy to do. And I hope that it's yes. But most of us no. Most of us, if we lucky, we can do one thing we love. Take the time to make time to exhibit your passions to yourself, to your family, or even the world. That is when the best part of you, the uniqueness of you, is able to shine bright. That's the true definition of being yourself is when you find that passion, you're willing to do it for free, and how it can really benefit you by benefiting whatever that is. But find your passion. Find it if you don't already know it. And if you do, continue to work towards finding that balance that is required to actually find your passion. And once you find it, love it and enjoy it. Don't make it your job. Don't put yourself in a position where your passion is you no longer love it and you sitting there stuck. Have your passion, protect it, and if it earns you a profit or not, It is unique to you. It will make you unique. And that more than anything else is you have an opportunity to express yourself and feel passionate about what you're doing. The opportunity to help people and you just feel so passionate about that. Do it. The world deserves great people, but it starts by people telling themselves that they're great. Know that you're great. Find your passion and show the world how great you are. Matter of fact, show the world how awesome you are. With that being said, embrace the journey. Embrace your today and your tomorrow. Let's go. Check, check.